with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Right set. Round 80. Round 80. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Regular.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 27.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sugar.
Here's Brady to throw. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And the Packer 1st down.
No. 18.
Here we go.
26.
Yeah. You don't want none.
They'll They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones trying to run inside, but nothing there. So there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Wait, that flag 20. Come on. Regular. Right to the end.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Hey, 66.
On 2nd down. It's Davis, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 83, ball's going to 83.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. Touchdown, Chicago! Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Bears will extend their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
This time, the extra point up and good. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First down, Packers.
No. 158. 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Rodgers now on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Rodgers now to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
No. 258. 59. Mike to 59. No chance.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He'll field this at the 5. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Go Bears in.
Throwing now is Brady. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
Hey, Alabama.
The first down carry for Davis. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Right, 80. 53, Linda. Alert. Hey, exit. Watch twins. Jackie, reload.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
58. 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 51 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, they'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now Brady, he's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Green 18.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing now is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
Wait, set. Ready? Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Wait, set. 380.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Get ready.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
318. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. Here we go. Check it.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. But despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
All day, every day, any day. When it hit.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Packer first down.
With 18. I'm coming for you.
On first down, Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Wait, that 380. Get your swarm on. Showing it.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Brady finding Gabriel complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Back to throw, Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
We need 18. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Here we go again. Wipe up.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Check. Fresno.
On the give, this is Cohen. A little 360.
Man.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw is Brady. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game also